You don't lose control of your emotions during the day. You lose it in the first 10 minutes after you wake up. Most people don't realize this. They open their eyes and immediately hand their mind to the world. Notifications, bad news, old worries, other people's problems. By breakfast, they're already irritated. By noon, exhausted. By night, wondering why they snapped, overreacted, or felt drained all day. The Stoics saw this trap thousands of years ago. They knew something brutal and simple. If you don't command your mind in the morning, it will obey everything else all day. Marcus Aurelius didn't wake up to feel motivated. He woke up to prepare for stress, disrespect, obstacles, and pressure. Because emotional control isn't built in the heat of the moment. It's built before the moment arrives. In this video, you'll learn 7 morning Stoic rules. Rules designed to lock in calm, discipline, and self-control before the world gets a chance to shake you. Not by avoiding problems, but by being unmovable when they come. If you're ready to stop reacting and start leading your day, comment below. I control my morning. I control my day. 1. Take responsibility for your emotional state. Most people wake up already irritated. They blame the alarm, the sleep they didn't get, the day ahead, and without noticing it, they hand their emotional control to circumstances they can't change. Stoicism begins with a brutal but liberating truth. Your emotions are not caused by events. They are caused by your interpretation of events. Nothing has happened yet this morning, and still, many people feel anxious, annoyed, or defeated before they even leave their bed. That feeling didn't come from reality. It came from the story they told themselves. Epictetus warned us about this centuries ago. He said that people are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of things. Meaning this, the moment you accept responsibility for how you feel, you regain power. A Stoic morning starts with ownership. Not control over the world, control over your response to it. Before checking your phone, before replaying yesterday, before worrying about what might go wrong. You pause and declare one simple truth. My emotions today are my responsibility. This doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means refusing to let them drive unconsciously. Here's the practice. When you wake up, sit still for 10 seconds. No phone, no movement, no mental noise. Then say, quietly or out loud, I am responsible for how I feel today. No one else decides my emotional state. I choose my response before the day begins. That single decision creates a boundary, and boundaries are what keep your emotions from being hijacked. You will still face frustration. You will still encounter difficult people. But now, those moments meet a prepared mind, not a reactive one. This is how emotional control starts. Not with techniques, but with responsibility. Affirmation. My emotions are my responsibility. 2. Pause. Before you react to anything. Most emotional damage doesn't come from what happens. It comes from how fast we react. A message arrives, a memory surfaces. A thought about work, money, or someone who disappointed you appears. And instantly, the body tightens. That split second is where most people lose the day. The Stoics trained themselves to protect that moment because they understood this principle. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of this every morning, not to eliminate emotion, but to delay obedience to it. Reaction feels natural, but reaction is automatic. And what is automatic cannot be wise. A Stoic morning installs a pause before the world gets a vote. Before you check your phone, before you respond to a thought, before you judge the day as good or bad, you slow the tempo. Here is the practice. The first time something triggers you in the morning, A notification, a worry, a rush of irritation. Do not act immediately. Instead, do 3 things. First, pause. Do nothing for 3 full breaths. Second, breathe slowly through the nose. Let the body settle before the mind speaks. Third, ask one question. Is this within my control right now? If the answer is no, you release it. If the answer is yes, you respond deliberately, not emotionally. This pause may last 5 seconds, but it saves hours of unnecessary tension later. Most people think emotional control is about strength. It's not. It's about timing. You don't need to win every thought. You just need to delay obedience to the wrong ones. That is Stoic discipline. Affirmation. I pause before I react. 3. Focus only on what you control. Today, anxiety is almost never about the present moment. It's about outcomes you cannot guarantee, people you cannot control, and futures that haven't arrived. Most people wake up already mentally exhausted, not because the day is hard, but because they try to carry what was never theirs to carry. The Stoics had a ruthless filter for this. Epictetus taught that some things are up to us, and some things are not. And wisdom begins the moment you stop mixing the two. Yet every morning, people violate this rule. They worry about how someone will respond. They obsess over results. They replay conversations they can't change. They try to manage impressions instead of actions. A Stoic morning cuts through this noise. You don't ask, how will the day go? You ask, what is mine to handle and what is not? Because emotional control is impossible when your attention is scattered across things you don't own. Here is the practice. Each morning, identify 3 things you fully control today. Not outcomes, not other people, only actions and attitudes. For example, how focused you work for the first hour, how you speak when challenged, whether you act with patience or impulse. Write them down if you can, or state them clearly in your mind. Then make a silent agreement with yourself. I will give my full energy only to these. Everything else, opinions, delays, reactions, becomes background noise. This doesn't make life easier. It makes it clearer, and clarity is what calms the mind. When you stop fighting what you cannot command, your emotions stop wasting energy on resistance. That is Stoic control. Affirmation. My attention belongs only to what I control. 4. Do one hard thing before comfort. Most people start their mornings by seeking comfort. They stay in bed a little longer. They scroll. They delay the first demanding task. It feels harmless, but it quietly trains the mind to avoid resistance. The Stoics did the opposite. They understood that emotional weakness is not created by big failures. It's created by small daily negotiations with discomfort. Every time you avoid what is difficult, your tolerance for discomfort shrinks. And when discomfort inevitably appears later in the day, your emotions spike. A Stoic morning builds immunity early, not through motivation, through exposure. Seneca deliberately practiced hardship so that real hardship wouldn't shock him. Not because he enjoyed suffering, but because he respected strength. Here is the rule. Before you allow yourself comfort, do one hard thing. Something mildly uncomfortable. Something that requires effort. Something your mind tries to delay. It could be getting out of bed immediately. Physical movement before coffee. Starting the hardest task first. Having a difficult but necessary conversation. The action itself matters less than the message it sends. That message is this: I do not wait to feel ready, I act. This single choice changes your emotional posture for the entire day. After that first act of discipline, discomfort loses its power. You've already proven you can face it. The rest of the day no longer feels threatening. It feels manageable. Comfort becomes a reward, not a dependency. And your emotions stop demanding ease as a condition for stability. This is how Stoics trained calm. They earned it. Affirmation: discomfort trains my mind. 5. Expect challenges, not a smooth day. Most emotional breakdowns come from one silent expectation that today should go smoothly. When people expect ease, resistance feels like injustice. A delay feels personal, a rude comment feels unbearable, a problem feels like failure. The Stoics trained themselves out of this illusion early each morning. Marcus Aurelius never started his day hoping for cooperation. He started it prepared for impatience, ignorance, selfishness, and resistance. Not with bitterness, but with clarity. Because what you expect determines how you react. If you expect a calm day and meet difficulty, your emotions spike. If you expect difficulty and meet it, nothing is stolen from you. This is the Stoic advantage. They practiced what is called negative visualization. Not to become pessimistic, but to become emotionally steady. Here is the practice. Each morning, calmly imagine 1 or 2 challenges you may face today. Not dramatic, not catastrophic, just realistic. A difficult conversation, a delay, someone misunderstanding you, something not going your way. Then decide in advance how you will respond. Not emotionally, virtuously. Will you choose patience, restraint, calm firmness? By doing this, you remove the element of surprise, and surprise is what destabilizes emotions. When the moment arrives, your mind says, "I expected this," and instead of reacting, you execute. This single habit prevents anger before it forms. It dissolves frustration before it takes shape. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start thinking, "This is part of the training." That mindset keeps your emotions grounded all day long. Affirmation: nothing surprises me. 6. Detach your worth from today's outcomes. Most people wake up measuring themselves by what might happen today. If the meeting goes well, they feel confident. If it doesn't, they feel small. If progress is visible, they feel calm. If it's not, frustration takes over. This is emotional slavery to outcomes. The Stoics rejected this completely. They understood a hard truth. Outcomes are never fully yours, but effort, intention, and character always are. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily that his worth came from acting in accordance with reason and virtue, not from applause, success, or approval. When you attach your emotional state to results, you give external events authority over your inner life. A Stoic morning removes that authority. Here is the shift. You stop asking, "Did I win today?" and start asking, "Did I act with discipline? Did you show up fully? Did you act with patience under pressure? Did you do what was right, even when it was uncomfortable?" If the answer is yes, the day was successful, regardless of the outcome. This mental separation is powerful, because once your self-respect is tied to effort, failure loses its ability to crush you, and success loses its ability to inflate you. Your emotions stabilize, you become consistent, not euphoric one day and defeated the next. Each morning, remind yourself, "My job is to act correctly. Results belong to fate." This is not detachment from life, it's detachment from unnecessary suffering. And it's what keeps a Stoic emotionally steady from morning to night. Affirmation: I measure myself by discipline, not outcomes. 7. End the morning with one clear intention. Most people begin the day scattered. They carry 10 intentions, none of them clear. And when pressure appears, emotions take over because there is no inner compass. The Stoics never entered the day without direction. Not a to-do list, not goals, but an intention of character. Marcus Aurelius didn't ask himself what he would achieve. He asked himself who he would be when tested. Because when emotions rise, you don't rise to your plans. You fall back to your principles. Here is the practice. At the end of your morning routine, choose one virtue to guide your reactions today. Just one. Calm, patience, courage, restraint, integrity. Then state it clearly. Today, no matter what happens, I will respond with calm. Or, today, I will act with patience under pressure. This single sentence becomes an anchor. When frustration appears, you remember it. When anger rises, it interrupts the impulse. When chaos enters, it gives you something stable to return to. You don't need to control the entire day. You only need to remember who you decided to be. This is how Stoics stayed grounded in unstable environments. They didn't improvise their character. They chose it early. And that choice carried them through everything that followed. Affirmation. I act with intention. You don't need an easy day. You need a steady mind. These 7 Stoic rules aren't about creating perfect mornings. They're about creating prepared minds. A mind that takes responsibility for its emotions. A mind that pauses before reacting. A mind that focuses only on what it controls. A mind trained by discomfort. A mind that expects challenges. A mind detached from outcomes. And a mind guided by clear intention. Stoicism doesn't promise comfort. It offers something far more valuable: stability. When your mornings are disciplined, your emotions stop being unpredictable. And when your emotions are stable, your entire life becomes easier to navigate. You don't control the world, but every morning you're given one chance to control yourself. If this resonated with you, comment below the rule that hit you hardest. Like the video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs steadier mornings. And remember this as you start tomorrow. I control my morning. I control my day.